YouTube, what's going on? It's preaching. How y'all doing today? I am in Florence, Kentucky, getting a load. Sent me to Tampa, Florida, which delivers on Friday, so I can be home for Christmas. I'm thinking about getting me another load either Friday or Saturday. Trying to find a straight through load. The straight through loads on Friday right now, they're not paying as much as I would like. And the loads on Saturday is actually paying pretty good. They're paying like $750 to go 120 miles. So, they playing pretty good. And it's early too. They loading like at 1 o'clock in the morning, delivering 7 o'clock in the morning. And I can be home probably by 11 o'clock, before 12 o'clock on Christmas Eve. Why I work Christmas Eve? Well, let me tell you why I work Christmas Eve. Because I have a truck payment. That's why I work Christmas Eve, right? Between my truck payment, the fuel, and the $300 a week that I put inside my maintenance account, right now I was stand to only make about $1,200 for this week. I only had two loads. I went from Florida up to Indiana and picking up this load in Kentucky, which was 80 miles away from where I dropped off at, going back down to Tampa. So that's just two loads. And between all my deductions in my fuel, right now, if I, after this load, and I go home, because I already filled up and I have enough fuel to make the drop and make it home, I'm only going to wind up with about $1,200. So I can get, if I can get another two loads, because I delivered this load Friday morning at 8 o'clock. So if I can get two loads, like two straight through loads, and possibly get like another $1,400, they're gonna take the 18% out of that 1,400, but then it's gonna leave me with the rest. So I still should leave with about 1,150, $1,200, something like that. Out of that, and they'll bring what I'm gonna get paid up. If I didn't have a truck payment, it wouldn't be a biggie, but the truck payment is included in there. So I only looking to make $1,200 for this week. So I don't want to go home too soon. All my Christmas shopping and stuff is done. All my grocery shopping and everything. I did that last week because I was home last weekend. So all that is already done. So only thing I be doing is doing some yard work, because my teenage boys, they do the bare minimum with the yard, man. Even the edges, the bare minimum. So I have to get out there and physically, really do the edging with my weed whacker and stuff like that. So I just got like yard work to do and chill around the house. But the main thing is making money while you're out here. Because I have a truck payment, I have to do certain things that I didn't have to do when I had Karen. Okay, because when I had Karen, yeah, I'll be home. That was it. Friday, I'll be home rest of the day. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I probably go out Tuesday, Wednesday, and I do something local between Tuesday and Saturday, and then I be home for the first and things like that. New Year's Eve and stuff. I be home. Not this year, cause why? I got a truck payment. All right. So when you're in a business, you got to make business decisions, not personal decisions. Okay. Because you the driver, but you running the business. And the business owner says you got to make this much amount of money because my business need to make money too. And I need to make money too. So when I'm looking at a total of $1,200, if I take the whole $1,200, then my business don't make no money. But if I can get two more loads, even if they the little short loads, $700 a piece, $750 a piece. Pepsi have those particular loads. I'm trying to wait to see if I can get a little bit more If I book them now on Wednesday, today is Wednesday. If I book them now, then they probably ain't gonna budge more than the 750 bucks. But if I wait until Friday to see what it is, because a lot of people ain't gonna be working, I probably can get them up a little bit more. Yes, it's 120 miles. Okay, they're not gonna go up that much, but if I could get them for like $850 a pop, that'd be good. And I still wouldn't have to fuel up any at that. So I could do those 2 runs and still not fuel at all with those 2 particular runs. So because that would be a total of, let's see, 120 going back for another one. It did 90, so that's 240. So that's 330 miles. So yeah, I have enough fuel to do all that particular stuff. As soon as I filled up my tank and stuff. So that'd be a good profit for me. Once they take out the 18%, I still could end the week with about 24. Be reasonable, 24, just in case I gotta put in like another 100 in fuel. I don't want to be totally on E. So I can end this week making about 2,400. But that's why I work all the way, even working on Christmas Eve. And I just do my reset like I normally do. I haven't had time off. Okay, I've been coming home on the weekends. I stay out a week, 2 weeks, then I come home. Then the next week, I come home again. But then the next week, I go out for 2 weeks again. Then I come home back to back each week. That's how I've been doing it. So it's pretty good that way. Consistently bringing home between 21 and 2,400 a week doing it that way. Okay, when I did stay out, I did make a lot of more money. I made like 38, 42, 43 when I was staying out. Okay, but during this holiday season, remember I started back in October. So once I learned my lanes that I wanted to run, November, you had Thanksgiving, you got Christmas, we had all types of family get together, so I was staying close to home, so it went down to about between 21 to 2,400 a week that I've been making, which is pretty good, because if I didn't have the truck payment, yeah, it'd be really, really good. But with the truck payment and coming home every single weekend, just working Monday, basically working Monday through Saturday, then I do the reset, then I deliver Monday morning, pick up another load, then I go back out and I do the same thing all over. I was grossing about 8,000, between 7,900 to 8,300 a week doing that, and being home every weekend. All right, but if you want to make money, you got to stay out. That's the only way you're gonna stay out. But if you cool with bringing home, like I said, between 21 and 2,400 a week after all expenses and money inside your maintenance account. Like I said, I put away $300 a week for maintenance. I got a new truck, and what's going to happen is I have 4 more months of full warranty, and after that, is certain warranty items that would be, but by that time I have enough money. Right now I have about $3,400 in my maintenance account saved up since I had started. I was doing it like that because I want to save up a lot of money, okay? Because when stuff start happening, if they got to come out on the side of the road, I have to pay for it. Not only that, I need to make sure when these tires costing like $700, $800 and they coming out on the road, man, that can be a big chunk. Right now I got 34, but hey, I can get another flat tire. I just was at the Loves where I spent the night at, and when I did my pre-trip, I noticed that my tire was low on air on my trailer. So then I put the gauge on it, because you go thump your tire, and I'm like, wait, hold, that ain't sound right. Then I measured, it's kind of soft. I put the gauge on it. It had 60 pounds of pressure. I got my soap water, went around it. I found there was a nail in it. The nail was leaking. I was already at the Loves. I said, okay, when I wake up, that's when I'm going to go up in there soon to stay opened up to get a patch done. And that's what I did. So that $55 I spent on that patch could save me on the roadside. Now, I do have a spare tire on my truck, and it's new. Well, fairly new. It's about 3 months old. I bought it when for Karen and stuff. Oh, and speaking of Karen, she's supposed to be up and running by the end of this week. The mechanic said that he's gonna try to have me ready to go by Friday. And like I told him, I said, listen, I understand it's Christmas. You want to get up out of here. You want to do some little stuff, so you don't got no big stuff. If it goes next week, cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you've been more than fair with me, so I'm not on your back about my truck and things like that. He been more than fair. What I say about that is because I had to find my parts. If it's not at a dealership where he can go and get it from the dealership, I have to find the part after that. And I had to do some real digging trying to find some decent parts. Okay. Real digging because I needed a pedal. Okay. I got a 99 truck. So you ain't going to go to no dealership and just order a pedal. It don't work like that. All right. So I actually had to find a whole new clutch pedal for my truck. Whole new clutch pedal, man. I had to find. And then I needed a shift lever. Okay. So the whole lever was bent. That goes all the way down to the assembly. And the assembly was cracked and everything, so I couldn't use that. So trying to find a brand new one for it, nah, you ain't gonna find a brand new one for it. So then I had to search and stuff for that. So as he taking stuff apart, that's when he's seeing all this broken stuff. And then he don't know until he got it all apart. Once he got it all apart, he was able to let me know, hey, you're gonna need this. And I had to find that, and that. And it took a while trying to find this and stuff. He looked for an hour, but you know, he only could do what he could do. So I had to do the searching, call people, and people referred me to other people, and then they actually had it. So I had to call some people, shops, and then they was like, no, we don't got it, or we just sold our last one 2 weeks ago, but hey, call this one particular shop. So I'm like, okay, and they give me the number. I called the shop, and hey, they had the pedal. But all this stuff, once you order it, that's when they go and pull it off the truck, clean it, and then they send it to you. So that's how it works. So that's how the process was good. This trucker that I do, he gave me some peoples to help with the transmission and stuff. And when they came out and looked at it, they was like, okay, you gonna need this, and this, and we don't have this and this and this. So it don't make no sense to pull it and replace this when all these other parts you need are broken too, and they don't have that. So they suggested that I take it to my mechanic because they can't do it. They don't want to put it back together, and they're not putting it back together right, and it's not in working order. And that's the same thing my mechanic was like. Once he took everything apart, he was like, listen, I don't want to put it back with these parts that's iffy and bent. Get the right parts and everything. Okay, no problem. So that was the Karen update. Okay, so she should be up and running by Christmas. If not after Christmas, by the new year on that. So my driver, he knows, he cool with everything. Once it get up and running, we're gonna go back to the truck. We're gonna drive it, make sure it's right before he get on the road. And if everything cool and the driver is cool, then my driver gonna be in Karen, working Karen. Now, it was a lot of money. this joker was about $8,000. It's like $8,200 came out to for everything. And that's with all my parts that I had to physically go buy as well. So I had all that particular stuff done. So I'm like, man, you know, it's just a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff is going on. But I have 2 contracts for Karen, and it's going to be local runs. So it's not that, and it's everyday runs that you pick up. Basically, you're picking up at 9 o'clock, and you are delivering at 6 o'clock. And then you go home after that. So every day, 5 days a week, that's what it's going to be doing. And it pays $850 a day on that. So with 850, 5 loads, that's what Karen is going to be making. Okay, so that's why I was like I was going to pay I'm paying the driver $850. So one load covers my driver's pay. The other $850 that covers the fuel for the week on that. So then after that, the other $850 cover my deductions, my insurances, and my percentage of the company that I'm leased on to. That covers that $850. So that leaves me with about $1,700, and $1,000 goes to the business, $700 goes for me. So that's how the deal pretty much worked out. Yes, $850 for fuel. It's gonna be plenty. It only costs about $780 to fuel to fill my tanks, and once the tanks is fueled, the loads is not going that far. So that's why under the miles that it will be running back and forth, one tank is enough for the 5 loads for the week. It is. If it's burning more than that, that means he's driving rough. He's driving really, really fast. But we'll see at that point. So even if I got to put another $200, make it $1,000 a week, it's still fine. There's still $1,700 left over. So if it goes down to $250 or $450 because I had to put another $200 in it, that's still fine. I understand my driver's not going to drive the truck like I drive the truck. I just try to make sure the driver I have is mechanically inclined, because it's an older truck, and I didn't need no young whippersnapper that's going to be driving the truck, knowing something is wrong or hearing something is wrong, and you still going to be driving the truck. This guy, he had his own business. He didn't have his own trucks. He didn't work on all his own trucks. We went over my truck already with the engine and everything. And so he proved to me that he was more knowledgeable about the truck than I was knowledgeable about the truck. He used to working with N14s and everything like that. He talked with my mechanic. We worked everything out so that way if he sees or if he feels like something's wrong, he knows to take it to my mechanic so my mechanic can look at it. And my mechanic will go ahead and fix it and let me know, hey, he brought it in, it's this, such and such, such and such, such and such, and everything like that. So, but it's nothing major wrong with the truck and everything like that. It does have now 848,000 miles on it. So it's 152 miles for 1,000,000 miles. So I already know I got to start saving up for the rebuild. So I already know. I already know that. So it's easy for me to start saving up now. My mechanic gonna charge me $4,500 for the rebuild, and the kit costs $1,800. To me, that's a win-win. Okay, to me, that's a win. We only talking about $6,500 to fix it. But I told my mechanic when I do my rebuild though, I want all new belts, all new hoses. So it's probably gonna be more than the $6,500 because he's gonna put all new belts, all new hoses, all new clamps on it whenever he does the rebuild on it. So I already know that, but he said that shouldn't be that much, probably another $500, blase. So we're talking about $7,000 for an end frame on my N14 to get it done. He said that, just wait until you need it. And I told him, no, I'm going to have a driver in this truck. I'm not going to be in this truck. I'm going to have a driver in this truck. I don't want to wait till I need it, because if the truck break down when the driver in the truck, then I have to get a tow. So it's easy for me to just start saving up that money, and when I get the money for it, and then I can pay my driver a little vacation pay, and while I'm paying him that vacation pay, I can get the truck engine in-framed while he's on it, because my mechanic said it'll take 2 days to do everything. So that's going to be the plan. But so probably for the summer for Karen, I get it rebuilt during the summertime for Karen. So that's the Karen update. That's what's been going on with me. Y'all take it easy. Merry Christmas to y'all. Much love to y'all. Hey, enjoy life while you're still alive, because when you're dead, you're dead.